So we want to make sure that we very honestly talk of ourselves as an urban innovator. And why so? Because of four major reasons. I'll talk about these four things. The first one is we are fundamental engineers. We mean engineering from a perspective that can be so many different ways. So think about every problem that I'm going to talk about, how engineering has a solution for it. Properties are shabby, they're bad when you look at it. How do you change that? You change it by ensuring in the lowest cost, how can you make these properties look great, which is actually civil engineering, right? So we don't mean engineering as a, like what is taught in classes. I mean engineering from the perspective of seeing a fundamental problem and applying first principles to solve them. The second one is we are innovators. We are never derivators. We, like, in OYO, there are very limited things that you can see and say, hey, this is like that one of the US. Like, never. We are proud to say that we are among those few Indian companies which has more than 40 copycats outside of India, not just within India. Of course, the third thing that we are very passionate about is how many of you have been to Bombay? Mumbai. Okay. Sizable group. Mumbai is not kind to people who have less than 2,000 rupees a night, who are going there for the first time, and you don't have relatives. It's not kind. We aspire to make Mumbai kind when people go to Bombay with less than 2,000 rupees in their pocket. And that is the kind of social infrastructural change that we want to create, that you go to absolute, like we want to create great living spaces for people in any location, in any price across the country. So that's our mission. And we use technology and talent to solve this problem by building an equilibrium in between. That's a little engineering, as we call it ourselves. And we focus on three big promises: great quality living spaces in any location, and it is affordable. And we've always invented our three-step mobile app. You push two buttons and you get your booking. Early check-in was such a big problem. We promised early check-in for the first time in the world. What are we today? 70,000 rooms. Just for you guys to know, this is 7 times the size of Taj Group, which was started more than a century back. And this is in a region of 3 years. Got 7 million plus app downloads, 2.5 million check-ins, and close to 5 lakh guests have checked in and counting. And this is just the very start of the scale that we operate in. But this is the most exciting bit. We are today the 14th largest hotel chain in the world. And when you look at this scale, you see all the American gangs on the top, you see all the Chinese gang on the second, and the only Indian company on this entire group is ours. And we believe that on this chart, we will take it. Thank you. We have a very strong intention of taking it from 14 all the way to number 1, building it out from this part of the world, and continue to be an Indian company which goes out and becomes a world dominant player, because we have no questions in our mind that the next decade belongs to this country. And I felt